how we're trying to lift this bed off. These boards here. Let's see if this works. Alright guys, so this is what we got. We've got this rear end out of a 97 Jaguar XJ, I think it was a 7 or something. Anyway, it's the one with the V12, so it has the posi track in it. We're going to put this in the old 59 Studebaker. Alright guys, so the next thing we got to do, we got the bed off finally. That was kind of a hassle with just two of us. We had to use the engine hoist and build an extension arm on the engine hoist and put some boards. A lot more work than it needed to be. We should have just found an extra couple guys and had them help us lift it off, but you know, that's not what we did. So anyway, we're going to get this tore out. We got to get this old rear end out, get this exhaust out of the way so we can get the new rear end under here and figure out where to go. We've got to box that frame in where the rear end's going to go, but anyway, stick around and we'll show you how we do that. Take the tires off.
Take that. Man, these are some relics. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh yeah. Need some assistance. Crowbar. Oh, rusted. Heat him up. Oh, yeah, no, it's nope. Did I get the right one?
Right through there. Victory.
Yeah.
It's officially out. Now we just got to get it out of the garage.
Easy for to go by this.
All right, guys. So you can see here, we got the rear end out. We got the frame all cleaned up. This isn't paint. This is like a rust stopper that we put on here, rust converter. So we've got to, now what we need to do is right here where the rear end's going to go, we're going to box this in from about here to here so that that gives that frame some extra strength right there for that rear end to hang off of. So that's what we're going to do next. All right, so right here's this little tab where the shock was. So the first thing I need to do, I'm going to square that up. And I'm going to mark this so I can cut them. I'm just going to cut those off because that's going to make it a lot easier when we box that frame in. All right, so we have this piece of metal here. It's a little thicker than the frame. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just box this frame in just right here, just so it strengthens it where that rear end's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lift this up. He's gonna clamp it. Then we'll take some spray paint and paint along the edge of it so we have a perfect line.
Gonna stay.
All right, so we're just gonna paint this line. That's gonna give us that'll give us exactly where we need to cut. All right, we're just gonna let that dry, then we'll come back and we'll cut it out.
Yeah, it's a good thing we got a propane tank right there.
Yeah. Probably should do that. Alright, so we got both sides welded in, top and bottom. The bottoms were a little bit hairy, but it doesn't look too bad. So that's still a little more, not too bad. What we're going to have to do now is we got to put a bar between here to hang the rear end off of. So the next thing we got to do is we're going to get that rear end. We're got to grind a couple little spots on the bottoms of these because the bottoms are a pain to weld, so we got to smooth those up. Then we're going to slide the rear end under here, get it lifted up, figure out where it needs to go, and weld a bar, put a bar across the center here.
Bar's that side.
Yeah. Well, we brought the shop hound in. He's a little excited, so if the camera gets knocked over, you know what happened. So we got this bar here. This is what's going to go between here to hang the rear end off of. So we're just working on getting that cut right now. Josh has our construction square. We're going to get her squared up. Yep. Yep. Right there. That should do it.
It's got oil. We can start just that. Yeah.
It might be easier. So this is the full length. Just fill that in. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show this to you. This is the cross member that we built to go in there. It's just going to sit in here. This is temporary. We've tack welded this in here so we can raise the rear end up with some straps and get it where we need it to be so we can know where to put this. But this is going to sit between here and we'll bolt in there so that if you need to take the rear end out, you can just take these two bolts out and drop the whole rear end. So next thing we got to do is get this rear end lifted up and see where it needs to go. Alright guys, so this is where we're at. We got our cross beam put in here. We welded those in. These bushings are out of they're for Jeep control arms. I wanted the bushings there. Hopefully that'll help reduce a little bit of vibration. It'll also make it so if we want to drop the rear end, we just undo these and drop them. But we got that all put in. We're going to get the rear end lifted up now and strap it up there. And then we're going to see about getting it welded in. Alright guys, so we got this all centered up in here. We're going to put some welds on this bracket. And then we'll start raising these A-arms up so we can get them to the right level. And we'll build some shock mounts. Just ½ inch long so we'll hold it. Alright, so we're going to build some shock mounts here. We cut these 2 small pieces of square tubing and they fit just over this round bar that hooks the 2 shocks together. So we're going to put that between them and weld it, and then we'll put this and wherever we need to space it, we'll build a spacer to put it like up under here and weld it to this bar to support our shocks. Alright guys, so we're going to catch up to speed what we've done here. So we got these shock mounts. Try to look under here. Hopefully the lighting's good enough you can see. So we'll put this square bar under there. We're going to weld that to this piece. And then we put this piece up here, notched it out so it fit in here for a shock mount on there. And now we're bolting the tires on, which is exciting, with 3 lug nuts. And we're going to set this down, make sure everything looks good. If it does, we got to pull this bar all back off, weld everything all solid the way it needs to be, and then we'll bolt it all back together and then build all of our bars and everything that we need to hold everything where it needs to be when we're driving. So now you're up to speed of where we're at. When we let this down, we'll show you that. Alright, here we go. I'd get you a better shot. This is as far back as I can get. We're going to let this down and see what it looks like. Yeah, I say that looks pretty dang good. Let's get over here and we'll look at it a little better. Alright guys, so you can kind of get a view. It looks really good, I think. It's about where I wanted it to sit. The back end's just a little bit higher than the front end.
Not too much.
Yeah, but not too much. So we're going to get this thing welded up solid now, and then we'll get the lateral bars and all that built, and we'll be good to go.
Look at that freshness. That is. It's right and even. Right there a little bigger. Now.
Alright guys, so we got her all welded up. Such a tight fit, we have to put this strap and stuff to the frame rails in just a little. About 1/8 of an inch from fitting, so it'll go. Welding on it and everything, I moved a little bit, and so we just got to strap it up. Oh, look at that, look at the glove. Okay, we're just going to get this cross member put back in, and we're going to get this rear end bolted back up in here. And then we'll be good to start building all of our trailing arms and stuff off of that.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we're going to build some links for the back of this. We spot welded this one on here. This is going to come up to here. It's just going to help to stabilize that rear end. This one's going to go on this bar here, and we'll put a bar between them. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, same thing on the front. And then we got to build two going up to the frame for the radius arms as well. Huh? So we need to probably take
A little more off.
yeah, about that much.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more. Let's go like this actually. Hold this. I think I'm gonna put this. I like it this way better, I think. So if we put it this way, that's full walk. So if we come off that just barely, and we'll cut it right. Well, this one's down more. Right, like there. Should put us where we need to be. Back almost. Now tack. A little tack here and one there. Alright guys, so we got these all put in. Get back here so we can get a better view. That's what that ended up like. And we tied this into here, so it's all tied into the frame on top and bottom. It's probably overkill, but I'd much rather have it overdone than underdone. So that'll keep that thing from moving. We're going to put two off the front here, and then the two radius rods going up to the frame. Alright guys, so this is what these ones are going to look like. Give you a little update. We welded these on down here. We're just going to use this cross member here for it. It's riveted in, so we'll probably take and weld these so that it's more solid, because I don't trust the rivets, and maybe even weld it together here in the middle in a couple places, but I think that's going to work. Alright guys, so we got these front ones built. We welded this cross member in Put some spot welds along here where those rivets are, just to keep it double sure it's not going to separate on it. And welded the bottom of it as well. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Get back here so you can see the whole view of it. We got to build those trailing arms, but some doofus didn't order enough hind joints, so we got those on order. As soon as they get here, we'll get it built and get this rear end finished up. All right, guys, so we're building the arms that come up from here. I can get down here with the camera. I'll show you what we're doing. These are just going to come up here to the frame, like so. And then these brackets we bought, they'll weld to the bottom of the frame. Then we'll go on the inside of the C-channel of the frame and put a brace there. Just right here, yeah, between the C-channel, like right between there, but up there. Yeah, just tack it, because then we can make sure we got to hold it up just a little because it sags a little. Yeah, that's better.
Probably turn that thing down just a little bit.
Unless I was only using it strictly off-road.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we got our bars down here done on both sides, so you can see those. You can see we've taped these off, we've cleaned this all up, degreased it all, and now we're going to paint it. Guys, so we got our shocks put on, we got everything all buttoned up other than brake lines and park brake. We got the tires put on. We're going to drop her down and see what she looks like for the first time.
Drop these really slow.
Oh yeah, that's looking good. Give her a little bounce there. Oh yeah, nice. Let's see what we got over here. Get back here so you can take a look at the stance. Oh yeah, not enough room in here to see a whole lot, but
if I sit in it.
Well, those are adjustable too, so we can tighten those springs up if we need to, but I don't think we'll need to. There you go, guys. Okay guys, so we got the Jaguar rear end put in the Studebaker. We're going to move on to the front end now. We've got to pull the motor out, pull the cross member out, and re-weld the front end. So stick around, that'll be on the next episode. So if you like what you see, give us a like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.